Welcome back to the channel, folks. Two editors of Gina T-Rex. Jason here. Today we're going to be changing this chainsaw sprocket, drive sprocket as some call it. And you know what, a chainsaw is a pretty powerful machine. It's a pretty dangerous machine. And today we're going to be doing some maintenance that a lot of the times gets overlooked. And it's one of the most overlooked things on a chainsaw, and that is replacing the sprocket. And those two sprockets right here, one is what I welded up a while back, and the other one is brand new. You'll see that I end up putting on the one that's welded up. Now the one on the chainsaw is welded up as well. This is the one I welded up, some time ago, but it's time to change it. So you'll see why I ends up having to put the one that I welded up back on. The tools that you need is a 1/2-inch socket and ratchet or wrench, or you can use your scrench and a screwdriver. And you'll need I think it's a Torx 25 or a Torx 20, and you'll need that to take the cover off. And the cover on this one is just 3 screws. And once you get the cover off, you can unplug your spark plug and take out your spark plug. I'm going to be honest, I don't usually do this, but I am showing this on the video because of safety reasons. But you really should take the spark plug out, or at least disconnect it, so that the saw don't somehow start and cause injury. Now you're ready to take the 2 1/2-inch nuts off what holds the bar and chain on. And once you get those off, you are ready to take the cover. You may have to loosen the chain tensioner just to so that you can get the cover off. As you see right here, and that's what I'm doing. And just turn the saw and the cover comes right off. Now, right here is the chain tensioner. So when you turn the screw back and forth, you either tighten it or loosen the chain. And that hole, that thing on the chain tensioner fits in that hole. And the bar has 2 holes, because when you flip your bar, it'll have a place to go. So just take your bar and chain off, and now you're ready to take the C-clip right here. Take that C-clip off. Make sure you don't lose it. And I got 2 on here, but I'd lost the original. That's why I'm telling you that be careful you don't lose it. But we'll get that off here in no time. And when you get your C-clips off, you can take the washer, and this is the C-clip, and then you can take your washer off. That's what that looks like. Nothing fancy there. Like I say, a lot of these saws have the same system. So now you want to make sure that your brake is off, or you won't be able to get your sprocket off. So now it comes off no problem. And you can have a look at this. Like I said, this is the one I welded up as well. Not too bad. It's just on the side that you can see a groove is starting to form, but on the tops there is no groove, which is in my opinion, it's better to have a groove in the side than on the top. So this is a new one, and it's not the right one. Even though the bag had the right number on it, it's not the right one. It's too big of a needle bearing. And this bearing right here, because I'm putting on the one that I welded up, I always put a big grease in there. Any bearing grease is fine. and because you don't want to put it on dry and prematurely damage your sprocket. So I think you can buy a package of these if you know the right size, and just put it on and Bob's your uncle. So now that you got that on, I just usually, since I got it off, I cleaned the bar, and you can see all the dirt that's in this thing. So I'm using a dentist pick, but you can use a small wire, real thin screwdriver, whatever you got, and clean out the bar. Don't forget, don't forget to put the clip on, and your washer first, and then put on your seat clips. They can give you a little trouble sometimes. You can use a needle nose pliers and get them on. So there you go. Now you're ready to put the chain on. See, make sure the chain is on the right way. The tooth's got to face, because the chain goes around in from the top to the bottom. So make sure you put it on the right way, or you won't be cutting anything. And put it back on your sprocket, and make sure the chain is in the groove. And you're ready to put the cover back on. And remember, that little nub fits in that hole. You may have to screw in or out the screw to line it up before you put it on. But yeah, it's got to be loosened up a bit. So there it fits perfect. Now you can put your two nuts on. And right here, you're going to take your screwdriver and you're going to tighten up that tensioner and keep going until you're happy. Tighten that up. Now you can tighten up your two screws, but don't tighten them too tight. And you got to lift the bar up. You can see here how much movement is in the bar. So pull the bar up and then tighten up your two nuts. Don't tighten them down too tight, because if you tighten them down too tight, you can strip the nut that's in the block. And you're done, except for putting the spark plug back in. And once you get the spark plug back in, give her a tighten down. Not too tight. Don't strip that either. Well, it looks like I'm giving her a good Hogan tight there. Slap on your connector. Make sure it's seated in really good, because you don't want to have any problems. And then you just put back the cover and checking the air filter. That's nice and good. And yeah, so now you just put those three nuts back, or three screws in, and tighten that down. And there you go, folks. Nothing to it. If this video helped you in any way, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really supports the channel. Thanks for watching.